Welcome to Power Up's Ask a Health or Fitness Expert podcast, where we have a variety of guests that volunteer to share their love of health and fitness products or services that are all things good for us. And if you're interested in being in this podcast, make sure to reach out to me. A quick disclosure, this podcast contains our own personal tips, advice, suggestions, and opinions. I want to have our honorary guest, Jake Weeks, on. Of course, he's on every week, right? We just do this traditionally every week, but Jake, it's always amazing. We always have great conversations. I love where it always goes. We don't always agree, but that's okay. That's what makes this fun. But today, let's talk about working out with maybe little time, little space, or a combination of both. How about that?
Well, that's what most of us deal with on a regular basis. People have self-reported that the number one reason they don't work out as much as they want to is because they don't have the time. Mm-hmm. But I honestly feel that if you're really honest with yourself, you can find time. And that's primarily because you don't need that much time, and you can always start small. But in 5 minutes, you can get yourself sweating. I mean, let's be honest. If you really gave 10 seconds of full effort at anything, even if it was just shadow boxing in the air like that, you'd be breathing pretty hard at the end. And it doesn't take that much longer before your lactic acid threshold is met, for bigger muscle groups especially. And that means your body's already kind of hit max. And with the science behind interval training and the idea that you can work out with a burst of 100% effort and then gear it down to from 0 to 90% effort, you could go 10 seconds on, 10 to 50 seconds off, 10 seconds on, and in 5 minutes, you would have done 5 full intensity sets, of almost a minute of like your max effort. And that is an easy starting place. And that's more than most beginners can even handle, honestly. You could just start with 90% intervals in 5 minutes, but that's just an example of how you can get a really efficient, good workout in 5 minutes. And you can start there and build up from there. You can do total body strength training in 5 minutes or less. You can do planks and reverse planks and hold yourself in a couple different positions on the ground and target every muscle and get them firing. Those are just sort of some general things you can do. Obviously, stretching is something you can do lightly and easily, even while you're watching TV or something. And the space issue, that's another one you hear a lot. Like, I have to go to the gym or it's cold outside, so I can't work out for 6 months. No, I really believe that if you have room to move your body, you have room to work out. And like I just said, you can sit in front of the TV and work out. You can kick your legs. You can't see my legs probably, but I like a lot of kickboxing. I think it's a really fun way to work out. You can do that in a small space. You can dance in a small space. You can jump up and down, and you can do a lot of those sorts of cardiovascular calisthenic types of things in a small space. So there's really no excuse, in my opinion. Space and time should never be an excuse. And if you need help with the creative aspects, contact Katherine and I, because we got lots of ideas, lots of equipment for small spaces. Katherine, what do you think? I mean, do you have go-to exercises or go-to routines or?
Yeah, I love this topic. This is a great topic. This summer, I took time away from the gym and had some schooling that I needed to get accomplished and get ahead. And so I implemented basically, well, this is what I teach my clients is tiny habits. I like to teach them. Sometimes they don't even know that I'm silently doing this. But when time is not at the leisure of being able to drop everything, drive to the gym, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, work out for an hour and then drive back. If you don't have that leisure, which I pretty much didn't this summer, I incorporated little mini sessions throughout my day. So I eat 6 times a day or more. And when I would eat, I would just implement it was my trigger. That was my cue to actually do some sort of movement. And it could be small. It could be a wall sit, right? Wall sits can be done in a small space.
Great idea.
And 2-minute wall sit, that
legs
burns.
On fire.
Yeah. I mean, boom. Or body weight squats. Make sure you're doing them correctly. But yes, that really gets those, like you said, the major muscle groups firing and really burn some calories. Now, if time allowed and I was able to multitask, I would actually go for a 15-minute walk and listen to some of the stuff that I was learning or trying to get ahead on. So multitasking is a great thing. You know, you mentioned about watching TV. If you have time to watch TV, you can definitely move. While you're watching TV, that was a great example.
Or just like you said, get yourself in different positions. You could just hold yourself in a squat position for a minute and then switch to a plank position for a minute and just do it like that. Or something I like to do that's an efficient way to work out is, because I do like to be entertained, I do like to learn, you know, at the same. So I'll listen to YouTube videos or podcasts while I run or bikes that I am being entertained while I'm working out. It does lessen that, you know, the anxiety that might come from a tough workout or from your lungs or legs burning. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No,
please. You got some other great tidbits for us?
You got excited. Like you gave me like airboxing. I didn't think about that. That's a great upper
and kicking,
body.
just start kicking, take 20 kicks and kick waist higher above and tell me that you're not like, you know, a little bit worked out. And that takes less than a minute.
Or step ups. I had a client, actually I still have a client that I work with and love her, and I hope she watches this video. Her husband made her a 12-inch high step. It's really wide, broad. He put handles on it. She has a small space where she works, and you know, there's times where she's kind of got a low spot in her day, and she just does like 2-minute step ups on that
That's
step.
great. Got to have something you can step on, even if it's a cinder block or something. You can find a way. You know, that's a great idea.
Yeah, that really gets the heart rate up. And you know, you can actually take a step up and do a kick, step down, and then use the other leg, kick with the other leg. Like you can actually get a little bit more movement if you wanted, and again, engage the upper body. You know, one thing that I love is bands. Bands are great in a small space. I have bands of all shapes, sizes, colors, strengths. Perfect.
That's a great idea. Just to go along with your theme of just doing little easy things like step ups, you could just sit on the couch and stand up off the couch and just do that for a minute. And you could either do it time based or rep based and just do it in intervals, like we said, on the commercials. Does anybody watch commercials anymore? Maybe that our older viewers will know what I meant by commercials.
I don't have a TV. Well, I have a TV, but it's not hooked up. So I can't really relate, but yeah, you know, sitting up, you're right. Sitting up, learning how to sit up properly off of a chair without using your hands.
Holding yourself in good posture, or just doing those light stretches. You know, one thing I like to do is put my spine in different flexion points, or just do cat stretching. That's an easy one. Instead of just laying there like a lump while you watch TV, just move and stretch your back. That alone will make a huge difference in the quality of your life.
Huge different core, you know, like you said, planks are great. Boat pose, yoga, tons of different yoga poses. All these things just take minutes.
And I said on the last podcast, even if you don't have that much time, like I lift weights in 20 minutes when I do go to the gym. You know, you can stop by and get a great workout in 20 minutes if you're efficient, if you're not stopping between sets. You know, if you just go from one thing to the other. And I think that's the key, is keep moving. And if you're really worried about not getting the full cardio, go 100%. Like your body cannot do 10 or more than 10 or 20 seconds of true maximal effort before lactic acid's kicking in and you're breathing hard. So find something that really makes your heart rate go, and then you can just repeat it every minute for 5 or 10 minutes. And that's a good workout. A sweaty, you know, one that'll improve your cardio and make you lose fat.
A year ago, moving from Alaska to Washington, and I was still in prep. I was preparing for a show, and I knew that we were in no hurry to drive that distance. No hurry at all. In fact, I wanted to take our time and really enjoy it. So I had a really small space. Guess what I did? As I'm driving, I had a dumbbell. I am not joking. I would just switch arms. And I would just do it until I was to failure, basically. And bands were great too. I would hook it up above me and just do pull downs. Pull down.
I mean, I think that's a good point. Just be creative. Just move your body, you know, make your muscles tired, challenge yourself, and you're getting a workout. It doesn't have to be that complicated. So, you know, don't let time be an issue anymore, and just start with 2 minutes. Start with one exercise a day, and then go up to 5 minutes and just build on top of those habits. And you can get there. And I promise you'll find an extra hour in a day if that's something you really want to do with yourself in your life.
Yeah, and I think it is important when starting out to find a cue or a trigger to do exercises. And what that is different for everyone. We all
Consistency.
should be brushing our teeth every day, so that you should be doing that twice a day. And maybe
Wall
there's
sit
something
and
you could
brush.
do. Yeah,
That's a
well
great
said.
idea. Just be consistent. Have a set time right before you go to the shower, or right when you get home, or right before dinner. Just do it at the same time. Build the habit and then build on the habits. I can't stress that enough. Catherine and I both are sustainability preachers. Don't just go full 2-hour workouts for a month and then quit. Start small and build up, and you can do it.
Yeah, set a minimum, maybe it is just saying, hey, planks are a great example. If you can only do, 20-second plank, that's great. That's fantastic. Write that down. And then tomorrow, try to do 21 seconds, and then there might be days that, you're like, oh man, I'm in a hurry or whatever. Drop back down to that 20 seconds. You can knock out a 20-second plank. Just get down on the floor and do a plank. Set your timer and and then build back up. Just find a way to do just the minimum every day. And what will end up happening is creating a habit. And it's funny because I'm doing a lot of research on habits right now, and it depends on where you look and what the habit is. But sometimes some of the research is saying, oh, you got to do it 21 times, and then there's the counter that says, oh, that's such an outdated number. That there's another scientific based theory that it actually takes 3,000 to 5,000 repetitions before it becomes a habit. So I'm just like, wow, really? And thinking about that, that really shows that, you've got to find a way, a cue or a trigger every day to incorporate it and do something small. But if time allows, maybe, you're having a good day where things are going pretty smooth or whatever, and you can actually get in maybe an hour workout. That would be fantastic. Do it. But always know that you need to at least do the minimum 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever that is for you. And it's different for everybody. But finding a way to incorporate it in your life and making it a habit, a ritual, I think is
Set a
key.
goal for yourself. You're training your self-discipline too. I mean, that's a big part of this, of self-improvement, is self-discipline.
Right. And one thing that I think is really, really important before beginning is figuring out what it is that you want to achieve. A lot of people will tell me, oh, I want to fit in a size 5 pair of jeans or whatever. No, we need to really figure out why you want to feel better, look better, whatever that is. But it's usually really deep. It's usually something about feeling more energetic, wanting to play with your kids or your grandkids, or feeling really good in your body, or the confidence to be able to do whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve in your life. And some people just feel really stuck, and they know that there's something better out there. But in order to break free from whatever that rut is, we need to figure out what it is that they really truly want. And so yes, movement is part of it. It's not all of it. It's a very small part of it, but it needs to be incorporated in your day, and find a way to do it. And if you need help, again, Jake and I are great at figuring out what your why is, figuring out a workout that would work for you with what equipment, or gym membership or no gym membership. Again, you don't need a gym membership. I went all summer without going to the gym and was able to get on stage lean and mean. So, you don't need that, but you do also need a plan and a coach. A coach is ideal. I have coaches for my business. I've had coaches for bodybuilding over the years. A coach is essential, absolutely, or personal trainer, whatever title you want to go by.
Like
But
Catherine said, work out anywhere and everywhere. I love working out. Like, I only go to the gym when it's cold, honestly, or when I need to like lift, quickly and efficiently. But like Catherine also said, I feel like we classify ourselves a little bit into either athlete or not. Either I go to the gym and I'm active, or I'm not and I'm too busy and I got kids and work and I just can't. But we're humans. We are an athletic people, a species, and everyone's got athleticism in them, and you really should try to find it, because you don't want to degenerate. You want to be stronger and not risk injury. At the very least, you want to be less prone to injury, so just work out for that alone and to feel better. And like Catherine said, have more energy for your kids, and the things that everyone knows gives them greater quality of life. Everyone knows being fitter gives you a greater quality of life.
Yeah, greater quality, longer life.
You're more capable to do more things.
Right.
You're less
And
likely to injure yourself. Your back hurts less in other parts of your body.
yeah, if you've ever been to a retirement home, that right there is a great indication. You know, I'm serious. You'll see people there that are, you know, in their 50s, and you'll see people there in their 90s, and you can tell the people that took care of their body. You can tell the people that, you know, really took care of their muscle mass, and that is really, really important. Taking care of your body is key, and I think that we just get really swept away with what's happening here and now. But what's really important is really planning for your future, and do you want to spend all your retirement money on medical costs?
Prevention is the key. Well, thanks, Catherine.
On
Find
that
time,
note,
find space. Seriously, you can do it. And let us know. fitandhappyclub.com is where you can reach me, Jake.
yeah, thank you, Jake. This is always great. And I don't know what we're going to do next week, but we'll figure something out fun, right?
It's always fun, yeah.
All right, Jake. Thank you again.
Thanks, Catherine.
All right.